Hello everyone, welcome to Reactify Labs. Today we will talk about a creational design pattern called factory method design pattern. So it is factory method pattern. Okay. So the factory method pattern goes like this. It is a creational design pattern that provides an interface for creating objects in a superclass but allows subclasses to alter the type of objects that will be created. This pattern defines a method which should be used for creating objects instead of a direct constructor call. So this factory method tells that don't use constructor call to create the object, instead use something else. Uh, how is it beneficial and what problem it solves? And before that, let me go to explain this with an example. Okay. So uh, let's see an example without factory pattern and then with factory pattern. And actually it's not factory pattern, it's called factory method pattern. So um, we will call it factory method pattern. So let's say we have an animal. Okay. And then we have this animal is an interface. Okay. So let's say we are making a game in which we have to make different animals speak. So if this is an animal interface, it has a method called speak. Okay. Now we have a class called dog which implements this animal. Similarly, we have a cat which also implements this animal. So now so they have to override this speak method. Right? Dog and cat both will override this speak method. Good? We are good. Now what happens is obviously they will have a constructor. So when this client will come, what this client needs to do is this client needs to create an object of the animal. Let's say if the user wants to make dog sound, so animal dog equals new dog, right? And then it will be dog dot speak. Okay, good. Similarly for cat, it will be cat dot speak after making this cat object, obviously using the same method. Now what is the problem here? This looks good, right? Everything is modular, separated. But the problem here is, let's say tomorrow we decide to make a new animal. Let's say we make an animal called rat. Okay. This rat also has something called speak. Okay. So now we can easily make a new object, animal rat equal to new rat rat dot speak, right? It's fine. Now if we have to if we have to make two sounds, for example, here we are all making one sound each. Okay, let's say we need to make two sounds, so we need to make two dogs. Okay, dog 1 and dog 2. Then what happens is we need dog 1 to be this equal to new dog and dog 2 also new dog. Okay, and then we have to make two sounds, so dog 1 dot speak and dog 2 dot speak, right? This is what we need to do, because obviously we cannot modify these things, so we cannot make dog make two sounds, right? So we have to do it like this, the client has to do it. So similarly, if we have to make five dog sounds, so it has to be dog 1 dot speak, similarly dog 2, then dog 3, then like this, right? So the code, there will be a lot of code duplication. Okay, and the solution to that is the factory method pattern. So what will factory method do is, I will just clear this out. Actually, I'll I'll clear this out. So what this factory method does is this. So everything will remain same till this point. Okay, now instead, as I mentioned in the definition, instead of using the constructor to create a new object, there should be a method. Okay, so there will be an animal factory. So there will be an animal factory, which will be an abstract class. Okay, it will have something called create animal, a method. It will have a create animal method. Okay, and it will have a functionality called speak, which will ultimately call this speak. Okay, now what happens is animal factory has a dog factory, which will obviously implement this or extend this. Similarly, it will have a cat factory. It will also extend this. Okay, so what will this create animal do in these? In dog factory and in cat factory, create animal will obviously return a new object. So this create animal, this method will return new dog, obviously. Okay, and similarly in cat, this create animal method will return new cat. So now instead of using the new to create a new cat or new dog, we can directly call the create animal. Okay, great. Now what if we have to make this sound, this speaks implementation will be common, so it will be like this. The speak will take an nothing actually. This will have animal dot speak, animal dot speak. Depending on what kind of animal is there, the speak will be called. Okay, got it. Now let's see what happens if we have to make this dog sound. What will we do? We will basically make a dog factory. So it will be animal factory dog factory. It will be new dog factory. So it will create an object of dog factory. Now we can get as many dogs as we want. So it will be dog dot create animal. This will give us one dog. Similarly, we will call dog dot create animal. It will give us second dog, third dog, like this. Okay. Now, if we have to make a new animal, so if we have, let's say, a rat, then what we can do here is we can use a rat factory for the same thing. So it will be same, nothing changes. But let's say we have to like make a dog bark twice. Okay. So instead of doing it like this, so dog factory, so it will be dog factory dot create animal. Dog factory dot create animal will be stored in animal dog. And earlier what we used to do was dog dot speak. It's dog dot speak and dog dot speak. If we have to make the dog bark twice, we used to do this, right? But now what we can instead do is we will just remove this. Okay, and we will introduce another method here called make or speak twice. Speak twice. And in this method, what we can do is we can make this animal speak twice. Animal dot speak, animal dot speak. Okay. Now what happens is if we have to make the animal speak twice, now we know that we have a dog, right? So if we just call this dog dot speak twice, so what it will do is it will call the speak. Okay, and which animal is here which is calling it? The animal is dog, so it will call dog dot speak twice. So dog will speak twice because it's with animal, right? The animal is the sound here. And in the animal, if you see, the dog goes here. This dog dot speak will be called, and it will be called twice. Why is it different? Because now we have a factory. We can do modifications in the factory. We cannot do it in these classes because this will violate the solid principle, the open closed principle, if we make a change here. But if we make a change here in this factory, no principle is getting violated because we can make changes there, right? So this is why a factory pattern is important. Your object creation is separated from the other business logic, and you can make your modifications and do your work according to your needs using the factory. You can delegate your work or creation or new method creation, everything to the factory. Okay, so that's it. I believe it cleared the uh, concept about factory method pattern. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. I will see you in the next one.